I am officially obsessed with puff pastry. Welcome to the Silly Kitchen, where I'm going to take you through a whole bunch of things you can do with puff pastry today. Ever since I made my delicious homemade puff pastry filled sausage deliciousness, I think some people call those sausage rolls, I have wanted to just play around with puff pastry, and actually my mom has too. I didn't grow up having this stuff accessible or even know what to do with it, so my mom watched my video, the supporter that she is of me making these sausage rolls, and then wanted to recreate them and try the recipe herself, but she didn't know where the heck to find puff pastry. So I said, Mom, I'll go buy you some. Let's play and let's make some more puff pastry delicious treats for the holidays. And when I say anything goes with puff pastry, so far, that is an accurate statement, because you can pretty much fill a puff pastry with all the deliciousness things that you like. So if you like a certain vegetable or you like a certain flavor, you get to decide what you put in them. And when you buy puff pastry, it either comes in sheets or maybe it's rolled up in the freezer and you just have to take it out and thaw it. Whether you keep it whole as a sheet or cut it into rectangles, triangles, little tiny squares, that is up to you. I decided I wanted to try it all. So first I cut them into little tiny squares, and I wanted to make little cups using, a regular muffin tin. Well, I used little mini muffin tins because I wanted them to be like 1 bite or 2 biters. You can fill those little cups with anything that you want. Pop them in the oven, usually about 25 minutes or so at 400 degrees. And then they come out as this 1 or 2 bite little puff pastry filled with deliciousness, like cheeses and meats and really anything that you want. I love the idea of sauteed vegetables like mushrooms or some fried onions, different cheeses, and you can fold your puff pastries in different ways. So doing like a little sort of, bouquet would be one way to do it. You could do it kind of like a little sleeping bag. You can make them into pockets where you sort of take each kind of corner and angle and then tie it up at the top. The nice thing is they really do stick together really well when you have the puff pastry at the right temperature. I have a lot of pizza lovers in my life, so filling it with your favorite marinara, mozzarella cheese, some pepperoni or ham or bacon, whatever flavors you typically like on a pizza, put those in a puff pastry, tie it all up nice, and boom, in the oven. There are literally endless options when you work with puff pastry and you're making appetizers. Another one of my favorites is using prosciutto. A lot of people buy prosciutto for charcuterie boards and things like that over the holidays. So why not take a couple of those pieces and add them into your puff pastry appetizers as well? You can mix it with vegetables, different cheeses. You can do it with asparagus, which goes really, really well, and maybe a little bit of brie cheese in there. I mean, if you know me, I love cheese, so every single one of these should have cheese. At least if you're inviting me to a party. And if you did watch my sausage roll episode, of course I made some for my mom and taught her how to do it. She, loved them, I might say. But with puff pastry, if you want that nice golden sort of color on the outside after you bake it, don't forget to do an egg wash on all of your puff pastries before they go into the oven. That's just a little tip to get that beautiful golden color and make them look gorgeous as they come out. And if that wasn't enough, what about doing a sweet puff pastry? Jams, chutneys, or maybe some cranberry sauce in with brie cheese or camembert or mozzarella. What a beautiful sweet and savory pairing that you can also add to the spread. So get your moms, your kids, your family, everybody involved in getting their hands on making some puff pastries and enjoying some delicious appetizers over the holiday season. Thank you so much for tuning into the Silly Kitchen, and I hope you come back and see me again.